Hello again, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Tim, and I would like to first thank all of my returning subscribers, as well as to encourage any others who like my content to press the subscribe button and join. It's free and would help this channel grow. Today I'm going to do a brief video discussing our first monthly budget after moving to our small but comfy condo in San Fernando, Pampanga. Because we own our condo, I won't be talking about the cost of housing, but really that will vary greatly depending on things like if you live in a home on a farm in the province or a luxury condo in BGC or Makati. Today I'm going to look at three main expenses we had for our first month. And of course, since it was just the first month, these will change as time goes by there. When we moved in, we had to buy small and large appliances and some furniture. We aren't done by a long shot yet, but it's at a point where the place really feels like home to me. Food, electricity, and transportation are what I'm going to mention here and now. The food can be broken into our groceries for the month and our eating out. Merlin kept close track of all expenses, and some were in Canadian dollars while others in Philippine pesos. Those I converted over later. So without further ado, here we go. The big majority, in fact almost all of our groceries were bought at the SM supermarket at SM Pampanga, and most of the rest at Robinson Star Mills supermarket. Both of these are around a 7 to 10 minute walk from our condo, although we have taken tricycles or taxis depending on how much we had to bring back on many occasions. Again, these are Canadian dollar figures, but our groceries for the first month cost $513.70, and that included our drinking water as well as any hygiene products. We ate out a lot, and I do mean a lot. You know, when we first moved into our place, we didn't have a fridge or any way of cooking. Those took a while to buy and have delivered. And there are so many wonderful eating establishments as well as Food Panda that we made use of while we waited to gather some of the appliances we needed to make our own stuff. The dining out, when everything was converted over to Canadian money, came to $340.50. And although that sounds bad, there were times when family or friends took us out and we picked up the bill for dinner. Then again, there were many days we spent several hours at the mall, and the temptation to eat at one of those places rather than waiting till we got home to make our own meal was too great. Our electricity bill was a shocker, pardon the pun, because I was actually a bit scared to see it. I've always heard how expensive electricity is in the Philippines, and since we run our air conditioner almost 24/7, I was expecting a bill of around 6,000 pesos. Our monthly electricity bill came in at just 2,116 pesos, which converts over to about $51 Canadian. Finally, there's the transportation, which again we had a friend take us to another city and we paid gas for that. But the big majority was just tricycles, or a jeepney once, and a taxi back to our place with our groceries a few times. So the total for our transportation during that 1 month period came to $51.59. All totaled, and I'll admit we were quite extravagant food-wise that month, came to a grand total of $956.79 Canadian, or for those from the US, it at today's exchange rate is $758.94 American. Considering a person has to add the cost of accommodation to this, from what I see, a person or a couple could live pretty comfortably on 2,000 Canadian or around 1,500 US. and have some savings each month. Of course, we all have different lifestyles and priorities. Some get by on 800 US a month or less, while others might need 2,500 or more to have the lifestyle they want. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope this first budget report helps. We're back in Vancouver, Canada for a few months, but plan to be back in our condo for a much longer time come this autumn. Once we get back, I'll try to do monthly cost of living reports quite regularly. Bye for now, and God bless.